Hi again, it's Tim, your living sky guy from the Paris of the Prairies, beautiful Saskatoon. Living in a small city like Saskatoon, I often take for granted the fact that I have relatively easy access to a dark night sky. 20 minutes from my front door is a decently dark north, east, and western sky, but 20 minutes past that, it gets even better. I grew up in the lower mainland of BC, just a short drive from the downtown core of Vancouver. Back then in 1978, you still had at least a 3-hour trip to be able to see more than just the brightest of stars. And with urban sprawl and the exponential increase of light pollution that's come since then, a casual trip out to dark skies is out of the question for most people. Recently, I put out a call to urban astronomers to share with me their tips and tricks in practicing astronomy under the glare of city lights. As this video series progresses, I'll be sharing with you some of their wisdom on how you can explore the cosmos from the backyards, parks, and balconies in your neighborhood. The first objects I want to talk about are two planets that are doing a dance right now in our western sky, visible not long after sunset. You've probably already been watching the planet Venus for the last little while as it's dominated the evening sky in the west. As its orbit around the sun has brought it closer to the horizon, we're seeing it set earlier and earlier in the evening. It makes a great naked eye object to view, but take a look through binoculars or a small telescope and you'll easily see that it's now a thin crescent phase as it's slowly moving between us and the sun. But wait, there's more! Joining in on the planetary party in the western sky is tiny Mercury. It's the closest planet to the sun in our solar system, and because of that, most of the time throughout the year, it's too close to the sun to be safely visible. At this moment, however, Mercury is far enough away from the sun for us to be able to see it in the early evening sky, up to about an hour after sunset. But because of its small size, unless you have exceptional eyesight and know exactly where to look, your chances of actually seeing it are low unless you're using binoculars or a telescope. What makes it especially easy to spot this year, though, is its proximity to Venus. Easily visible Venus makes a great marker to point you towards the smaller and fainter Mercury. To view this pair of planets, you'll need an open view of the western to northwestern horizon. And make sure, though, not to start your observation until after the sun is set. Looking directly at the sun with binoculars, a telescope, or even your naked eye, even fleetingly without suitable protection, is extremely dangerous to your sight. On Friday, May 22nd, after sunset, you'll see Venus in that direction in the sky. To find Mercury, look slightly above and to the left of Venus for a small pinpoint of light. That is the planet Mercury. This pairing of planets can be enjoyed both visually as well as photographically if you're shooting with at least a 200mm or longer telephoto lens and are tripod mounted. And on Sunday, May 24th, a thin crescent moon will cut in on the dance. As the days progress, keep looking at that pair and you'll be able to see how their relative orbits will be taking them further and further away from each other as Venus sinks closer to the horizon and Mercury climbs higher in the opposite direction until it too starts to swing back towards the sun in mid-June. This celestial dance can be viewed from most urban locations, but if you have the option to get out in the countryside, please take advantage of it. Next week, I'll be sharing with you the story of another planetary party for those of you who are early risers. Until then, keep looking up and enjoying the beauty of the universe around you, no matter where you live. If you want to continue on this voyage of discovery with me, please click on the subscribe button. And you can also follow my personal exploits on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Just search for Living Sky Guy. Clear skies, everyone.